All right, good morning, fellas, and another beautiful week, beautiful day. Hope everybody's doing good and doing fine. Um, all right, so let's just jump straight into the chat. Let's jump straight into the chat. So let's see what we can find. All right, so today, um, today with every other day, I'll be looking at I'll be looking at GU. GU just to start out the week, start out the day. So I'm going to put out some key levels and we'll just take it up from there. Okay? Just by staring at this, see a potential W here. We could have a 2618 to fit out here. Or we could have a stop hunt of all of that. Okay. If you're coming on here, if you just mute yourself out, you probably will have a Q&A time or you can have that in the Telegram, right? So, yeah. So first thing I'm going to do is just mark out the levels. So this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, this is Monday. This makes our highest point of Monday. But now let's look at the previous week. Well, we're just generally floating at pretty much low points, okay? So the previous week's high is somewhere all the way at the top. I'm only just going to go bother myself right now with current low of the week. So current low of the week, let's just make it right there, okay? So we have the current week high, and we have the current week low. But more interestingly would be the previous week's low, okay? So that's our previous week's low, lowest point from the previous week. All right, so we have that level just above, and I'm going to zoom this in a bit. And I'm going to probably walk through what I think is on some of you's minds. What exactly is the strategy? What exactly do I look out for? What else? Yeah, basically all of that put together. Okay, so first of all, let me just go grab one version of my notes and just throw it to the group. So I don't forget that. Okay. All right. So just by looking at these levels, what do you see? What do you see? Well, you should see a clear 1R W. That just means potentially we could have a midweek or a reversal of what has been a decent sell-off from our previous sales last week. For all those who got that and stayed in that, well, you should be in some serious money and you should have cashed out, right? So we've taken quite a massive choppings on this. All right, so looking at this now, we've had an M, we've had a level of drop, we've had another level of drop, right? So we should be anticipating what has just happened, which is a reversal, all right? So I'm going to do two things. First of all, let me just try and put some structure to the big time frame. Putting some structure to the big time frame. That one easy to understand, easy to follow pattern called the rhombus pattern. Nothing pretty much here. For all we care, this could be just follow the way down. So let's just jump straight into the smaller time frame. And let's look for our day trade, right? Let's look for potential setups we can see, which we could take right this morning, and what we could make out of all of that. Okay. So first thing we do theoretically is to find a decent Asian range, and we have one, right? We have one decent Asian range right here. Okay. So I'm just going to go from the highest point to the lowest point during Asia. We have this right here. Okay, week to week, week to week, right? Candlestick week to candlestick. Now the euro has just opened with our first move up, and typically on the bust of euro open, which is right at 7 a.m. Nigerian time, there's this burst of movement. So first one, here we have the second one. So what are the potentials? What are the potentials? Well, this is what I see. Okay, I'm just going to quickly mark it out for everyone who is on here. What I see is this doing two things. First of all, we have to wait for it to get to one of our regions, rather one of the edges of our range. And if you've gone through the materials I've put in the group, then you would also understand how to trade a range. So this is the concept. We're taking the concept of trading a range, which is we're getting on the buy right at the bottom, on the sell off right at the top. But then bearing in mind this is the bust of euro, we're expecting two traps. We're expecting the first trap, which should come pretty early, like right now. What a trap is, looks like this. On this level, this looked like rejection, and this puts in a lot of buyers on the bottom of what could have been a poorly drawn Asian range. Look left, right? So this has had some buyers set off. Right, next comes the trap for those buyers. So we can have a bounce here or a bounce at the actual bottom of the range, right? And we could shoot all the way up. If this doesn't happen in this candle, in the next 5-15 minutes candle, and give us another move to the upside, then we could potentially see this melt off, right? This melt off could do two things. I'm going to draw those two out, okay? I'll just draw the two melt off out. I'll draw the two melt offs out, and I'll put in some potential trade ideas, all right? So if you see this happen, right, and come all the way into this range, look left, right? I have a double bottom and shoot all the way up, right? All the way up where? All the way up there, okay? So that's one scenario, depending on what this does, right? Next scenario is that this can simply do this, okay? Can simply come down here, spike all the way up to retest here. I don't know, maybe give us a stop hunt here, right? And then come crashing all the way down, right? So we have two scenarios. So take notes. We have two scenarios in the sense that if this happens, we can have a very long drop, like a very long drop, right? Like a very long sell-off. Okay. Now we have two scenarios. The M's and the W's are the London trades, meaning they have to be happening somewhere between 8 and 11 a.m. So somewhere between 8 and 11 a.m. we see that kind of trade, we see that kind of price action, we jump in happily. Okay, so let me also just find a level below that we can use as a potential support for this W right there. Okay, do this. All right, so let's find some levels. Well, this could come all the way down here and give us this W, which I doubt. But more likely what we're looking at would be a rejection. Let's look left a bit. So this is our sensitive point. This was the Asian range of yesterday, if at all it was, right? So we have this right here. So this will be our key level, right? We're looking to see how this reacts to this level, okay? So if we come shooting all the way down and we retest the range and we spill down, well, we could bounce up from here, or we could get ourselves a stop hunt, right? Right, and then a bounce up, okay? So that's one scenario. Let me just move this in so it looks clearer, all right? So the W here faking you thinking this has been retested and I'm now going all the way down. All right, next up, if we look in here, we can see that we also have another sensitive point. Look left, right? So we also have another point where potentially this could just reject and take off from, all right? So we'll observe and see what happens here. So this is another scenario. This is another possibility where this just shoots all the way up here. Now, if we get here, then looking at the time, if we're getting here, there's a high chance we're going to have our stop move to the upside. So we would have to sit on our fingers, except you are already in a buy and you're looking at taking this short trip up. Now, short trip up to where? 76, all right? So from 60 to 76, 16 pips risking I mean, for me, it's not much to play with, right? Okay, so personally, I'm staying out and I'm staying flat until I see some real moves happen right here. Okay, so these are potential short-term moves. We get a move to the downside, then yes, we can really have a long one all the way up. However, 36 all the way to 80, 40 pips, not bad. Not bad for a London trade. If we do the reverse, which is spike all the way up and have an M around here, then 75 all the way down into this region. 35, 50 pips, not bad as well. Okay, so this is what I see for the short term morning London meet. I'm going to trade this morning. I'm going to trade either of these, either the M or the W. I'm just going to have to wait. And see what that brings. Okay, so let me just jump. And find what could serve, because I see some of you asking me that in the group. I'm just going to go on and post. We're just going to go in and put what can guide you in a sense. All right, so risk management, trade, blah, 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 and all of that together, right? So let's see. Make some modifications and put this out there for you guys. All right, all love. Just sharing and giving out all I can give out, basically. All right, so let's see. London entries from there to there. All right, okay. All right, so all right, I'm putting some notes in the group. I'll do some trade ideas. And then, yeah, actually, I'm going to throw this just in. Let me reward those who make it into the live sessions. All right, so just as a reward to those who make it into the live sessions. Yeah, for what it's worth, I'm just going to throw this right here, only in this chat. All right. So sorry guys, if you didn't make it to the live session and you were not in the Zoom chat, then too bad. Right? Too bad. Right, there goes what can serve as a strategy, template or structure you can go work off. All right. Yeah, so next stop, let's look at the live link. Let's see what we get. I hope we were live. If we were live, then I'm just going to go drop this there for everyone who wants live. Let me just peep and see who's actually showing up. Right? A lot of people want this content, a lot of people want this info, they pay a lot of money for it, but then they still don't show up. Right? They still don't show up. So at the end of the day, we just give out what we can and we leave the rest for the masses. So again, just for what it's worth, I am going to also go keep this here. All right. So basically, we come aboard London, we look for those sort of money for it, and then we still don't show up. Right? Still don't show up. So at the end of the day, all right, too long for a comment. Sorry guys. YouTube says too long for a comment. So right here. All right, so let's give some trade ideas. Okay, so my entries potential entries. I'm looking at this level right here. Of course, I wouldn't risk this much. So theoretically, entry all the way in and all the way up, basically, and I'm out. All right, so again, the red, typically based on what this tool is, the red range is your stop loss. So entry at the black line, stop loss right at the bottom. For me, I'm using that as an entry zone. So anywhere in there, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 100 bounces, I'm buying this baby all the way up, right? And I'll get out based on my rules right at the bottom or when structure changes. Basically, I'll get out if we have 2 bounces here in this black line. If we come all the way back up to this black line, we reject it twice, I'll be out. All right. Reverse will be the short, potential short entry right about there. Okay. Yeah, again, very tight stop, tight zone, tight everything. All right. So that's what I see. Okay, that's what I see. Someone here might want to just go buy or sell something in between. Or just go buy it right now. Well, good luck to you. 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 Okay, so publishing the idea. Publishing the idea. Okay. All right, so, okay, category. Again, if you don't follow me on TradingView, just go into the YouTube. TradingView link is right there at the bottom or right there in the comment box of all the live sessions. So go there and do yourself some good. Okay, so we're about to call this a wrap. Any questions for me? Don't unmute yourself. Just go into the chat box and drop them in. Don't unmute yourself. Just go into the chat box and drop them in. GBP USD. London. Okay. Any questions for me? Go drop it in the chat box. For my buddies in my group. Should I make this easy? Yeah, let me just make this easy. No, I won't make it easy. I'll drop this. I'll drop the actual. Let me just make it easy. Let me just make it easy. Let me make it easy for you guys. Let me make it easy for you guys. Let me make it easy for you guys. All right. Okay, to my buddies right there. There you go. Here we go. All right, see ya. So any questions for me? Let me take a quick look. Quick look at the chat box. I don't see any questions. So I take it that you guys all follow. Yeah. All right. So I see someone's hands being raised. Just go drop me a comment. Drop me a comment real quick before I take off. All right. Drop me something in the chat box. If you have any questions, any comments, use the chat box. Don't see any possibility of this testing yesterday flow and any bounce up. Well, I do, but you just see what I've marked up. So We have the blue lines. I'll just go back to the markup. Right? So he asks if I don't see any possibility of it coming all the way here. I see the possibility of this going lower and beyond here. I actually see the possibility of this potential sell-off going all the way here. So take note, this could be London and this could be NY. Huge sell-off all the way down to trap all the people who feel like we're now in the buy territory. But then this could just all come back and continue the strong downtrend, right? Right? We could just end up continuing the strong downtrend, strong downtrend, strong downtrend. Right? For all we care and for all we know, we could just be continuing a very strong downtrend. Okay? Let's get some fees in. Let's get some fees in. Let's get some fees in. All right, let's get some fees in. So from the top all the way down here. All right. So what do we see? What do we see? What do we see? Okay. Just some nice rejection. Just some nice rejection of our level. Perfectly and spot on. So for all we care, this could just be rejecting this level, this fee level. And could be shooting all the way back down here. And who knows? We could even get an extension. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right? So all I know is the big picture, we could still be in a downtrend, understanding how the market moves in any trend in a weekly cycle. Then yes, it's Wednesday. We could have a decent push down to trap the sellers and then ultimately get that W. But then considering the time of the day, right? So we don't care what our analysis, what our theories, and what our experience in the sense tells us. We only care what the market is currently telling us, right? I don't know what red line you're talking about. I don't see any red line on my chart. The ones above are old lines and they're not trend lines, right? So, yeah, so all we're concerned about now is this morning, right now, today, right now, at this time, in this session, what is price telling us? What price has told us that we have a range during Asia? And we're just waiting to see how we can kill that range. So again, this could drip all the way down, so you may be selling and you have your stop loss well above the range. So do the math. This would easily be a 1-to-1 or a less than 1-to-1, right? So for me, pointless to be selling at this point, regardless of how low we go, right? Okay. You could see this as a double top. You could see this as some rejection, and you could think this is going all the way down to give you an M all the way to the base. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Right now, I don't care. Okay. What do I care is how this exits this range. So if we have a quick meltdown from here and we retest this region and we break this low that was formed, I'm expecting a new lower low where first point of sensitive call for me with this black line, that's all, right? This market can go down for the rest of the year. The GBP, I don't care, we don't care, we don't control the pound, right? So what do? If we get the low move, because that was the first move out of the Asian range, we anticipate a reversal. We anticipate that that's a trap. Now, where can this do the move? Well, we would observe. We would need to watch it come to our kill zone, and we would observe what it does in the kill zone, right? And we will happily take a 1-to-4 type of trade, 1-to-8 type of trade ratio, right? So if we lose, right? We could always come in and who knows, we may get the W in New York. I don't know, I don't care. But if we see a valid W in the kill zone, we'll take it if that's the first move out. Now this could come all the way here and shoot all the way up. If it does that before 8, then I'm just anticipating an M. That's just it, guys. That's just it. We shoot all the way down. We could have the M afterwards, come New York, and melt all the way down and down past the low of your potential, perceived low of the week, right? Again, there might be plenty money down here. So let's zoom back out a bit. Let's just spend some more time together, guys. Right? So there might be plenty. There might be plenty money down here. So who knows? Maybe this market has no plans for coming back down here. Right? It's possible it has absolutely no plans. Or it's possible this is where it's headed for. Right? You know the woes going on right now with the pound and the British government. So who knows? We really don't know. We really don't own the government. We don't control nada. Right? Check this flash. Check this flash crash in January 3rd. Right? The flash crash. The kind that blows all algos and all EAs and all robots and all whatever. Right? The kind that kills everybody good and deep. Right? All right, so yeah, so that's all we see. That's all we see. All right, previous day. Let's take a look at how the previous day closed. See, strong down moves, but where? Strong down into a sensitive zone. Rejected off that zone. Has given a nice move to the upside, right? That's where we are. So it shot all the way down, springing all the way back up. But it's just London. We're still early in the day. Anything can happen right here. Anything can happen right here on this next candle, right? This candle can finish red and strong. This candle can finish green and strong. Right? So what type of trader are you? Long-term trader, a very, 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 very long-term trader. Then go on ahead and buy anywhere in this region. Look left. Go ahead, buy anywhere in this region. Stop loss just has to be below here. Right? You're able to hold that kind of trade, and you have the patience, and you don't have grandchildren yet, then hold that baby all the way back up to here. Okay, so let's go back down into our preferred time frames. So as we can see, we had a decent rejection of that level. We're just racing down to the next level, right? Potentially. But before it does that, it could give us a potential trade. We don't really care so much so, but we are aware. So what are we aware of? Well, we're aware that there's this sensitive level just above, here. So we're aware that, look, for all we know, this thing could come back here first before going all the way down. To either give you a double bottom or to give you a stop hunt all the way down here, right? For me, I see this doing something like this. For me, I see us getting a potential rhombus right here. So I see us getting something that looks like this. So I am actually anticipating some down move, just going in line with the trend and with what's happening. So I'm anticipating a down move until here, and then a breakout of here, a retest, and I shoot all the way up. I don't know when this happens. This might happen today, this might happen tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really care at this moment. Why don't I care? Because why should I care? Right? I don't really care. What do I care about? What's for breakfast? That's what I care about. But I am aware of what in the big picture, right? And I'm not just aware based on 1 hour or daily chat patterns. I'm aware based on my understanding of the whole week structure, right? Don't get any better than this. Don't get any clearer than this. All right, guys. So, any more questions from me? If not, I will call it wraps here. Again, take note this is the bottom of the Asian range. And take note this is a possible support currently level. So this could shoot all the way up here. If it does, anticipate the breakout to the top. Wait for double top, then come crashing in. Don't take this buy, or you can. If you want to, then make sure your SM is below here, right below the range. All right, guys. See ya on the other side. Thanks a lot. Bye.